Hi guys, welcome to another episode of your favorite series now, Glow Getters, where I go and experience wellness with your favorite Boston influencers in unique locations. Today, I am so excited to be featuring the co-hosts of the wonderful podcast, You Can Do Both. Welcome to Court and Ashley.
So happy to be here. We are so excited to be here.
And we are very sweaty.
We are. We're getting hot in here. Please excuse the droplets that are just streaming down my face in this very moment. Please and thank you.
Of course, you guys know OASIS is like very much a wellness brand. You Can Do Both as a very much wellness podcast. So in the same kind of scope, what does wellness mean to you guys?
Do you want me to go first? Okay. So I would say wellness to me is just experimenting with your routines and finding healthy habits that I would just say fuel a happy, balanced lifestyle.
Yeah, and pretty similar, but wellness I think looks different for everyone. And I think it's so important, like you said, to experiment what works for yourself. For me, it's just doing things that fill up my cup so that I have things to give to other people in my relationships. And does that mean I need to?
No, I felt the drip coming. I'm so sorry.
The drip will be happening this entire time. So that's where I was going. It just looks different for everyone. And for me, it's what fills up my cup. So I think we're going to get into that, what those specific things are later throughout the conversation. But it encompasses everything, like from what you actually eat on the day-to-day to the books and the podcasts and things that you consume to pretty much like what you feed your mind, everything in between.
I love that. So what are some like non-negotiables for you? I can go first. Like my biggest thing for me is there's this very specific rose hip oil vitamin C combo. I need to slather that onto my face just after I wash my face, just to get my day started. It's like habit stacking my routine. Like once that oil is on, then I know I have to do a certain amount of things. So do you guys have something like that you integrate?
Love habit stacking. The first thing for me that comes to mind would be taking magnesium before bed.
Oh.
One of my biggest things is getting good quality sleep. I'm a monster if I don't have my full 8 hours. For me, like what that looks like is definitely getting full 8 hours of sleep, but also I love bedtimes. I love early mornings, but I have to make sure that I'm getting those full 8 hours. And then I take 2 capsules of magnesium glycinate every single night, and I always have a big cup of water next to me. Nice. It's like my nighttime wind down routine, something I look forward to. I don't know if it's a placebo effect, but
definitely not.
Taking my magnesium, I think it's improved my sleep so much.
For me, it's pretty simple. It's just drinking a lot of water. And honestly, when I wake up in the morning, like similar to you, I always have water next to my bed. Mm-hmm. I finally I got new nightstands, and I've been waiting for nightstands so I can get a really beautiful carafe of water to just like be chilling there waiting for me in the morning. I literally had a water bottle before. It works the exact same, but now I just feel cooler. But I literally, the second I wake up, I chug whatever water is by my bedside, and I feel like it just wakes me up, it gets me going, and it like gets me through like however many ounces of water before I even start my day.
I love that. I read somewhere that your go-to amount of water when you kind of wake up in the morning is 20 sips. It's the same thing as saying a glass of water. I tried it so many times with all of my glasses. It's the same thing. So, water and magnesium. I echo both of those. I actually take magnesium too. I feel like it's helped me. I actually weaned off of melatonin entirely just from taking magnesium at night, which I think is cool. So,
all right. It's so fun to be interviewed.
Right? This is our first time being on the other side of it together.
No way! Yeah. Oh my god! Well, what a special experience, and like, who better to do it than me? So,
absolutely.
as we're like melting in the sauna.
No, literally.
So, all right. So, Court, you studied marketing, and Ashley, you were in information systems.
Yes. You're so good.
How did you guys meet? Like, what did that look like? Was it like an elective course? Was it a gen ed course? Like, what happened? Like, what?
We have, I think, 2 different memories of this.
We do.
Yeah, you go first.
No, you go first.
Okay, my memory of this was we were actually both looking for roommates.
Okay.
And we were connected through a friend, like, oh, this girl and her roommate are looking for other people to live with. We were looking to move into, what was it, trees or, no, not trees. I don't know. I'm trying to anyways, back at Bentley University. And they had 8-person suites. So we met up with everybody. And actually, funny story, the people that ended up connecting us didn't even end up living with us. Yeah. And then, so we met there. That was the end of freshman year. And then we were roommates ever since. And they were roommates.
I literally was going to say
they were roommates.
There we
go.
No,
that is the story. But I feel like our first, like, real memory together, I will hold it.
I like holding it for you.
So cute of you. My memory is honestly related to our sorority. So we ended up getting into the same sorority, which is like so cliche. Like, hate that's that. But even more cliche, we ended up being in the same like family line, which is so ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
So her big in the sorority was twins with like my big or something like that.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah. So random. So all to say, it was fate. We were meant to be in each other's life's journey and life path.
Wow.
But yeah, it was our university that really brought us together.
Okay, so you were like little cousins?
Something like that. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Best friends came out of it.
I love that. Okay, so I guess knowing the origin story of how you two united, right? So the first episode ended up coming out on February 10th of 2022. What was your vision then for You Can Do Both, and what's next?
I'm so shook.
Why?
You know the date of our first podcast episode.
She did her research.
I love a woman that comes prepared, mostly because I am not a woman that comes prepared. But, oh my goodness, I'm flattered. And honestly, in starting it, we just wanted to do it for so long. Like, we were sitting on the idea and concept for literally 3 years almost.
Wow.
And we just looked at each other one day and we're like, why have we not done this? And so, pretty similar to what we were talking about prior to clicking the record button here, is we really value just like doing the damn thing and not letting it be, or having it need to be perfect, because honestly, we had no idea what we were doing. We finally came up with like a name while we were at a bar, like waiting to go to a Celtics game, like so random. Secured the social handles, ordered the Amazon stuff, equipment immediately, and recorded the next weekend, all with the intention of just seeing where it went. I mean, the premise of us in You Can Do Both is promoting how you can be multidimensional in your life, and we're the embodiment of that, and having a side passion, which is the podcast, but we're really corporate America girlies. So just like putting that out into the world and seeing where it would take us. And yeah, it's been quite a ride already. Do you have anything to add?
No, I'm just staring at all this. I'm like, what do I look like right now? You are glowing perfectly. Yeah. You don't have like any of this going on. Anything to add? So it was for our vision, right? Mm-hmm. I would just say personally for me, I just wanted a hobby. I was like, I need something to do. Yeah. And Courtney was my best friend. And we were like, if I'm going to build anything with anyone, it's going to be her. And we have so much in common, but at the same time, we're so different. Right. So just to talk about life, talk about transitioning from the whole structure of this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to college and you're going to get a job, and then you're just thrown into the real world. And it's like, there's so many things to balance. It's friendships, it's wellness, it's your health, it's relationships, it's dating. Mm-hmm. So what more fun than to hop on mics and talk about it with your bestie? Yeah, I love that. So then I guess I probably know the answer to this already, but what is your advice to people, right? And it doesn't have to be just with podcasting, the people who are holding back from taking the leap. To build anything? Yeah. Oh, I would say you just literally can't. What anyone else thinks, it does not matter. No one's thinking about you. As much as we all like to think the world revolves around us and everyone is so worried about the choices we make, the things we say, nobody's looking at you more than you are. So just do the damn thing, because you're going to regret it if you don't. And the day that you finally do take the leap, you're probably going to be like, dang, I wish I started this earlier. And I'd say, like, value what's worse in your mind, the fear of failure or fear of not trying and even knowing if you could succeed or fail. And I always think about, like, the saying of, like, kind of morbid, but like you being on your deathbed or close a near-death experience, and you think of all the things that you wish you had done in your lifetime. So kind of channeling that mindset of
do you really just want to not do something because you're scared of embarrassing yourself, scared of what other people are going to think? Or are you going to actually do the things that you care about, that you're going to be fulfilled by, and you're going to be really happy that you did when you only have so much time in this life?
Yeah, that's great advice. I definitely echo those sentiments too. Like just me starting my own page. I launched in April, which honestly seems like such a long time ago, just considering all the places that I've been so far. But yeah, that's exactly the advice for me too, is, you know, no one's gonna remember what you post. No one's gonna remember how frequently you did. The only thing that I keep to heart, and I do this every single time, is like nobody's gonna remember what you say, but they're gonna remember how you made them feel. And I think
Yeah, I love that.
something for your guys' podcast as well. Like I remember listening to you guys like maybe November. Last November, I think I had started listening. And it was more so about the same thing of like going after what you're really passionate about and then talking more about like wellness and integrating like a better lifestyle for yourself and how that might look different for everybody. And I thought that point is like what stuck to me. And I was like, you know what, Ashley's so great. Like, and I think that's like for me when the gears started turning, like I had secured all of my like socials and stuff in December of last year, and I just
Oh my god, I love that.
I didn't do it until April. I don't know why, but now it's funny because like fast forward like 2 months and I'm sitting in a sauna with freaking You Can Do Both. So hey,
Yeah, you're killing it.
maybe it's meant to be. But I don't know. Aside from that though, like, do you guys have anything else to say or like call out for your fans or anyone else who's listening today?
Listen, you could do I cannot go without one. Without doing that, at least one recording. And I think it's the heat. It's really getting to me. That's what I blamed it on. So I'm going to weight myself down for it.
I believe what she was going to say was tune in to You Can Do Both anywhere you listen to podcasts and follow along on Instagram. You Can Do Both Pod. We are trying to host some community events. Ooh. So more to come. We want to connect with everybody, our community. Like we're so happy we got to meet you. And I think, it was the Bobbles event. Like if we didn't have some sort of event to meet people on the other side, like we wouldn't be in the sauna right now with mini mics sweating on camera.
SOS. I'm here for the comedic relief through the sweat.
we just turn around, Court's like slow.
Yeah, she's out. She's outie. That cold plunge is gonna feel real good.
I'm really looking forward to that now.
No, it'll be so much fun. But no, seriously, I just love community events. I mean, a lot of how I've expanded my network in Boston and just like made my friends is just going to events alone and then coming out with friends, and it's such an awesome experience. But I think what a lot of people don't understand is that your favorite influencers are approachable in person. I mean, obviously don't bombard them with the phone in the face, but like, just like play it cool and like, everybody's a fan one way or another, whether they can express it or not. Like, I think it's just showing up to support your favorite creators, and that's like the best part. But I love that event. It was so much fun.
Well, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What would you say to the people that are nervous to show up to places alone? Because I applaud anyone that is like, I don't really know anyone else going, but I'm going to show up alone. I think that's really cool, but also for you to just chat with everybody and be so friendly. Like, there's so many people out there that are very nervous to put themselves in that uncomfortable position, but it can open up so many doors.
I know. It's really easier said than done, but I think just going in with the thought that, people want to be approached, and also people love talking about themselves. And I think those are the two things that I go in. I mean, now it's kind of hard because like I'll go somewhere and I'll know at least one person because Boston's such a small city. I feel like you go to 1 or 2 events, you'll know like at least like 25% of whoever's going to be at the next event. But I think my biggest thing is I'm going out because I want to meet new people. I love connecting with new people. I love, like being a bridge to create opportunities for people. And I think I'm just like very big-hearted, and I think that's probably what shows up when I do talk to people. Like when I came and met you guys, like I'd like to think that's what I left the impression of too.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know. I just think it's like be nice. Like other people want to be nice too. The principle of like good people know good people. Like those are my
like that.
No, seriously, because I've never met somebody through my friends that wasn't a good person, and that's because I keep good people. So just silly, but that's kind of what my mindset is I just go to those events alone and it's fine.
I love it.
It's good stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining me for such a sweaty episode, and huge shout out to Sweathouz Assembly Row for hosting us today. Shout out to Everybody Water for keeping us hydrated
Delicious.
in today's episode. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Follow us for more.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.